Hi, everybody. Welcome to Monday Mentoring this week. As usual, for the summer, we have two sessions to join. On Monday, tomorrow at noon, we are having apothecary management with Stasha. If you are new and or you've never been to apothecary management, this is the place to ask all of your questions about anything to do with harvesting plants, making them into salves, tinctures, storing your bulk herbs, labeling, shipping, taxes, bottles, anything like pre-formulating things, all that kind of stuff. This is the place to bring those types of questions. So I hope you'll attend if you've got some things on your mind that have to do with that aspect of running an herbal practice. I had some questions from nutritionists about, well, if I'm a nutritionist, can I join this? You're welcome to attend, but probably it's not going to be super helpful for you unless you are thinking about or currently managing an apothecary where you are selling herbal products either to the general public or to your own clients. So um, that's that's that. That's at noon Eastern tomorrow. Then at 5 Eastern, we're having a roundtable. We already have one case submitted. Marina, thanks for submitting. That's been posted. If you go into our dashboard and you click on where it says July 21st, and then you click on the roundtable session, the case is right there underneath the RSVP button. So if you want to have a look at it before we meet, amazing. We should have time for at least one more case. So if you have one to submit, go ahead. Or if you don't have time to write it up, you can just come and we will talk about as many cases as we have time for. But we'll prioritize anything submitted in advance. I also got a question on the survey about whether sometimes the roundtables say nutrition or herbal. And I got a question about, oh, am I allowed to attend the other one? Like if I'm an herbalist, can I go to the nutrition ones and vice versa? And the answer is yes, of course. We, especially when we have two roundtables in a day, sometimes I would put that on there just to try to focus them a little bit. But a lot of people in this program are both nutritionists and herbalists. And sometimes it's actually really nice to get a different perspectives. So if you are an herbalist, it could be nice to hear from a nutritionist and vice versa. So please feel free to attend any roundtable, even if it's not the same one that aligns with whatever your particular credential is. And also, when you are presenting at a roundtable, please know that there are probably people in the group that aren't herbalists or aren't nutritionists. So ask for the type of feedback you want. If you are a nutritionist and you're like, I'm not going to use herbs with this person, I'm not really interested in that kind of feedback, then go ahead and say that, and people can take that into consideration when they are providing their feedback for you. Or the opposite, if you're an herbalist and you're like, I don't really want nutrition advice, then you can make that known as well. All right, so I hope that clarifies that. As usual, we still have our co-working that's happening on Wednesday at 2. Those are really great sessions. I encourage you to come to them if you haven't had a chance to try one out yet. You're always welcome to jump in midstream. It's a really great time to just get some things done, check things off your list that have been lingering for a while. So I'd love to see you at those. Um, Another friendly reminder, there is a survey out and about. I have heard from about 20%, just under 20% of people in this program on the survey. I would really love to hear from the rest of you, even if you're like, oh, I don't know. Please, if you have even a few minutes to answer some of the questions, even if you can't answer all of them, I'm really looking for your feedback, specifically at when it comes to whether we want to keep going with just two sessions a week moving forward, if you really want that 7 p.m. session coming back, or there's some other options listed on the survey. So if you have a moment and you could give me that feedback, I'd really, really love to hear from you. Um, I think that's it for this week. The insider peek this week is that of the answers that have come in on the survey so far, which of course there's still a lot of room, a lot of wiggle room, but of the answers that have come in so far, the most requested option for moving forward is to have a rotating kind of like workshop or bonus session once or twice a month. That wouldn't necessarily be at the same time, but it would rotate through some of the most popular alternative times. And some of the things people have been asking for are like maybe more focused sessions where we would do a little bit of lecture and then a little bit of workshopping or discussion on a particular topic. For example, if we all wanted to look at our home pages together and then take some time to actually make some changes, or if we all wanted to look at Anyway, there's various ideas. So what I think that's what I'm leaning towards. But again, I'd like to hear from the rest of you. But I'm thinking what we might do is just have some, kind of pick what's relevant in a month and add in some extra time to discuss, apply, implement those things. And so maybe some months it would be a observation group just for Monday mentoring folks. Maybe some months it would be a special like workshop implementation thing. Some months it might just be a bonus roundtable or practice management. So I think we'll just kind of go through some of that and see what happens. I had one request to have more sessions like we did a few months ago that had a kind of like a how do we fit into this moment? Like, how do we navigate this particular moment in time with a lens towards accessibility, with a lens towards equity, with a lens towards acknowledging the chaos that's happening around us, and like how do we be part of that in a meaningful way that's helping. So I think that might also be a nice thing to weave into um, our rotating extra workshops if that's the direction we go. And of course, we can always focus on those types of questions in some practice management sessions as well. So anyway, fill in survey if you hadn't had a chance yet. I'm excited to see some of you at Roundtable tomorrow. I hope you have a great time at Apothecary Management if you're doing that. And otherwise, I will talk to you all really soon. All right, take care.